First of all, I would like to express our gratitude to the conference organizers for giving us the opportunity to share the experience of our country implementing accrual-based accounting. Mongolia. Mongolia is located in Central Asia, as you know, between China and Russia. A big land. Territory is 1.5 million square kilometers. And population is around 3.4 million, of which 45% live in Ulaanbaatar, the capital city. Today's my presentation agenda is shown in the slide. First thing I talk about global trend in the introduction of accrual-based IPSAS. Secondly, current situation of accounting in Mongolia. Number 3, the implementation of accrual-based IPSAS in Mongolia. About global trend in the introduction of accrual-based IPSAS. According to a research report by the International Federation of Accounts covering 165 countries, 40 countries have fully adopted IPSAS. 16 countries have partially adopted IPSAS in accordance with their national characteristics. 37 countries have adopted national standards that fit in with IPSAS. 75% of these countries will adopt accrual-based IPSAS in 2025 and 81% in 2030. This stage, scope and term of the reform of the introduction of accrual-based IPSAS varies from country to country. Some countries have proceeded from the central government level, while others have proceeded from organizational level, and some countries have introduced it at all levels at the same time. Each country has made the transition according to that own characteristics. As you can see, Mongolia is classified as partial accrual and IPSAS modified for the local context. So now let's talk briefly about accounting in Mongolia. In 1993, the Parliament of Mongolia approved the law on accounting for the first time and enacted to adopt international accounting standards. Since approved the law, the Ministry of Finance has gradually implemented in stages of proceeding the accounting of business organizations to the accrual basis, introducing international accounting standards and training accountants, updating the accounting curriculum of the universities. As a result, the accounting of enterprises and companies that follow IFRS, International Financial Reporting Standards, has been proceeded to the full accrual basis. As a budget entities, it was cash-based until 2005. Since 2005, we have been using the modified accrual method for the public sector. Article 6 of the law on budget and Article 4 law on accounting provide for accounting and preparing financial statements to the accrual basis in accordance with IPSAS. In addition, as citizens' financial knowledge is improving and political participation becomes more active, the need for comprehensive budget and financial information on accrual basis in accordance with international standards and to provide accurate, comprehensive, and comparable information. International organizations such as the International Monetary Fund, the World Bank, and Asian Development Bank, as well as our domestic researchers, have been continuously analyzing and giving recommendations on the implementation of IPSAS since 2016. For example, according to the results of the gap analysis of the IPSAS, analyzed by the Ministry of Finance, Mongolia, it was concluded that the existing account instructions and guidelines partially reflect the requirements of the IPSAS. According to the assessment of budget expenditures and financial responsibility carried out by the World Bank in 2021, Mongolia doesn't account and report in accordance with IPSAS. Also, the MOC prepares the consolidated report on time, but it's not fully compliant with the IPSAS. In other words, according to the law, accrual-based accounting is required to be reported, but it's reported that the financial statements and prepared using the adjusted accrual basis, while the International Monetary Fund report concluded that although guidelines for the implementation of the standard have been provided, the existing account instructions and procedures partially reflect the requirements of the IPSAS, and some standards are not reflected at all, which slows down the adoption of IPSAS. In other words, IPSAS hasn't been fully introduced in Mongolia. Therefore, a medium-term roadmap and instructions procedures of full introduction of accrual-based IPSAS was started to develop from 2020 with the World Bank assistance. Let me talk briefly which carried out work since 2020. IPSAS edition 2021 was translated into Mongolian and delivered to accountants by electronic and hard copy. National trainers have been trained to teach IPSAS, and about 50% of accountants working in budget entities have been involved in training in IPSAS classroom. Therefore, prepared and presented IPSAS e-courses and e-learning materials. The MOF started adopting mid-term roadmap toward implementation of accrual-based IPSAS for the public sector accounting in 2023 by order of the Minister of Finance. Also, instructions, guidelines, procedures, and chart of accountants for public sector accounting to fit the reporting requirements of the IPSAS was approved in last year by order of the Minister of Finance. Now, let's briefly introduce roadmap. This is the document that defines the stages and management organization of the full introduction of accrual-based IPSAS in Mongolia. It's important to improve the quality of financial statements of public sector organizations, to allocate the resources properly, to provide comprehensiveness, and to increase responsibility. It has three-stage medium-term plan from 2023 to 2028. In other words, the purpose was set to prepare the consolidated financial statements of the government on a full accurate basis in 2028 and 2029. This strategic plan has two main parts. In the first, the stage of the transition to the accrual-based accounting are developed with the roadmap. The next part is the management and organization of accrual-based, including software, consolidated chart of accounts, capacity building, and project management. Recommendations and guide for introducing accrual-based accounting in the public sector issued by the IMF as a guide shows a strategic plan and roadmap for the introduction of accrual-based accounting in Mongolia in 2023-2028 at all levels in same time in three stages. All public sector entities will be adopted to IPSAS at all levels in stages at the same time. In this slide, stages of the transition to accrual basis of balance sheet items and income statement items. In the first stage of transition to the accrual-based accounting, according to the definition of assets, liabilities, income, and expenses specified in IPSAS, and the recognition criteria, receivables and payables of fixed assets, intangible assets, and exchange transactions, and related income and expenses will be accounting on the accrual basis. In the second stage in this second column, in the second stage of transition to the accrual-based accounting, according to the definition of assets, liabilities, income, and expenses specified in IPSAS, and recognition criteria, receivables, payables, fixed assets, intangible assets, and in the second stage, financial assets and liabilities are counted in the financial statements, and changes in valuation of these financial assets and liabilities are accounted on the accrual basis in the statement of financial results as shown in column 2. Also, at this stage, IPSAS 32 service concession agreements in accordance with authorized parties' presentation and disclosure requirements for state-owned in financial statements will be implemented. In the third stage, the government will be preparing the report financial statements and notes with general purpose on the accrual-based accounting in full compliance with IPSAS. In addition, at this stage, the government's consolidated financial report and segment report will be prepared in full compliance with IPSAS. This slide shows the fulfilled tasks in transition period. For example, last year, in other words, in the first stage, we revised the accounting guidelines and procedures, also chart of accounts, revised and approved by the order Minister of Finance. In this year, 2024, we are revising templates and formats and notes of disclosure of consolidated financial statements. Too many activities we will done. This slide shows the standards that will be implemented in the 3 stages of transition to fully accrual-based IPSAS. Last slide. No. Okay. Management and organization of the introduction of accrual-based IPSAS are described in this section. In the areas of software, consolidated chart of accounts, capacity building, and project management that are relevant to all transition stages. In order to introduce IPSAS, it's necessary to strengthen the capacity is not only financial staff of public sector organizations, other parties, and provide their participation. And good luck to full accrual IPSAS. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Bolormaa.